The feeling of your homemade TCG is without a doubt the most important element of your TCG design. And what is the most important feeling that we can inject into our TCG? Fun, happiness, joy, pleasure. But aren't other main brand TCGs fun? Of course they are, but sometimes we tire of these games and we look for something fresh. Your homemade TCG could be that fresh fun that people are looking for. But to stand out from the rest, your TCG has to have that unique pull. Which brings me to the question that inspired this video. So I received a comment from Mondo Yikes from a previous Talk TCG video expressing worries about the uniqueness of a TCG and how the mechanics of their TCG might be too similar to other TCGs already out there. So when I read that comment from Mondo Yikes, I thought that is an excellent question. Even though it isn't in the form of a question, we can rephrase that to, is my TCG unique enough? And my answer to that question is familiarity is key to draw in new people to your game. You want new people to feel at home at your TCG, and if too much is altered, then it's just an unfamiliar space that they won't feel comfortable in. But some people will dislike copied features from other games. So where does your TCG fall into uniqueness and straight up plagiarism? So let's take an example from the big TCGs out there. We've got Magic the Gathering and we've got Pokemon. Both games use energy cards / land cards. It's a resource card that you add to your deck to progress the fighters on the field of play, whether that's by enhancing attacks or by summoning additional fighters to the field. It is a main feature for both of these different TCGs with a couple of little tweaks, but on the surface very, very similar. Now another example that I want to give is Yu-Gi-Oh's summoning mechanics versus my own TCG, Shard TCG's summoning mechanics. Now in Yu-Gi-Oh you can summon low level monsters and then sacrifice them to summon higher level monsters that way. In Shard TCG we took that idea and added extra elements to it. So we added the Shard, which is a resource. You would be able to sacrifice low level Shard creatures to gain Shards back and then summon higher level creatures. But where we took it an extra step is that you are able to sacrifice high level creatures for many Shards and summon many low level creatures. So what we did was we took the idea of the Yu-Gi-Oh summoning system and we made it a back and forth system where you can progress backwards as well as forwards, which might be advantageous for you. It was more flexibility that way. Now, am I worried about copying that system? No, and this is why. I used that system as a basis. I used it as my foundation and I built on that foundation and added a unique twist to it, which offered the game more flexibility, more uniqueness, and hopefully that fun feeling we were talking about earlier. So there is nothing wrong with basing your TCG off of an existing game, in that you have the foundation to add features, alter mechanics, and remove unwanted features from the game to create a more unique TCG of your own. But the point I really want to make is that you don't have to change too much. Instead, focus your energy on creating that one unique feature of your game. That one unique feature could be your TCG's identity that has people coming back for that fun that only your TCG provides because of that one main feature. So in the end, it isn't a question of how unique does your TCG have to be, but how unique you want your TCG to be. Most people will come into your TCG with a preconception of how TCGs work, and by altering too much of that foundation, you are creating a game where new players will come in and not recognize it as the game they are looking for. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.